there. So, confusion. The power of confusion. It is one of the most misunderstood situations a human being can experience, is that of profound confusion. And your average person tends to recoil away from confusion and want to do everything they can to escape this, what they regard to be rather dismal fate. And like everything when it comes to shamanism, nothing is as it seems. And so what I'm here to do today is to explain to you how confusion actually represents one of the greatest opportunities for human beings. And if you happen to be watching this in spring 2020, then what you're getting is an extra 10,000 times dose on the confusion scale. It is one of the most confusing times. If you look into the astrology, the outer planets, positions, aspects, that all reveals the reason why. But we're not here to get into any astrological technicalities. We want to keep it really straightforward. So here's the thing. Let's look at the opposite of confusion, because that'll be the way to understand it. So if I was to come up with a word which to me embodies exactly the diametric opposite of confusion, the word would be clarity. When a person is very clear, they know exactly what it is they're doing, they know what they want, they know how to get there, because they're clear about everything. And it seems like such a great idea, especially if you're in business. Imagine the person who's in business. What they want is a nice clear business plan. They do their cash forecast and their profit loss accounts, and they see their accountants, they're getting everything really clear and well organized, and it's like their sky's the limit. Well, actually, the most they can hope for is pretty much a dead end, which is the outcome of the possibility that they're able to conjure up. Because you see, the issue about clarity is it's limiting, and it's limited by the person's limited belief systems. So when we enter into a state of profound confusion, clarity is gone, which means we are suddenly, when we are aware of it, open to what I would call infinite possibility, all the possibilities of things that could happen that are completely outside of our capacity to even imagine, never mind conjure up. And indeed, I began my shamanic training in a state of profound confusion, and our teacher did discuss the subject in great detail with us. So here I am doing the same thing, but this applies to anyone. So if you've got any situation in your life at the moment where you feel confused, the first thing to do is, it's completely counterintuitive, because if a person feels confused, what they're probably going to want to do is to flounder around, and I'm going to use the word very advisedly, they're going to try to get clear. In fact, probably they're going to try really hard. You know what happens when you really try hard? Doesn't really get you anywhere, does it? No, trying hard just leads to more trying and more trying and more trying. And it ends up a very trying experience for the person who's trying hard, and people around them tend to find them a real trial to be around. So actually, what we're talking about is the exact opposite. So what we do as shamans, when we enter into a period of profound confusion, like we're all experiencing, particularly when I'm making this film, what we do is we go into surrender. This is a really wonderful state. So, for example, I've got a whole load of stuff going on personally for me, and I'm not going to speak about any of that in this film, because there are other films I've gone into details about it, so I don't need to. But I can put it this way: my life is nothing if not confusing, and this is, I know, the most extraordinary opportunity. And what I'm doing is I'm making use of this time, realizing it's a gift, because I can't make progress on any obvious fronts. I can't get things together or make any actual obvious progress. So I'm just completely surrendered to that and living in the moment, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And what I'm constantly doing, and here's a nice little example, here's a plant, here's another plant, here's another plant. I connect with the nature and I go into a profound state of gratitude. I'm grateful that I have a bed to sleep in. I'm a grateful person that I have food in my cupboards and in my fridge, and I can make really delicious meals out of that food. I'm so grateful for the incredible weather that I'm experiencing at the moment. I'm grateful for the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm grateful for the fact that I've got Wi-Fi, and I can immerse myself in any amount of bizarre information from those obscure corners of the planet. And I'm on Netflix, so I can watch films made in Saudi Arabia, I can watch TV programs made in Korea, Malaysia, Turkey, you name it. So the sky's the limit, really. So many things I can do. And sure, I could go into all those things about what I'm not able to do. I'm not able to be with my partner, but then again, I can communicate with her on FaceTime. So it's all about the glass is half full, not half empty, and learning to appreciate all the gifts that I've got, the gifts of a wonderful body. And at the moment, I've got a little thing going on, tiny little thing. I managed to injure my foot on a rock as I got out of a beach after having a swim. So I could go into whining and complaining and moaning about it. And I did do a bit of that because I'm a normal human being like everybody else. And I quickly realized, is that going to get me anywhere? No. What is the gift? What is the advantage in the fact that I've just buggered up my foot? That means I can't go out. I'll have to chill out more. What can I do that I like to do chilling out? Right, yeah. I'll do more of all that stuff. And those things I was going to do involving going out and going to places, visiting places, I won't do that. Right, brilliant. Can't do all that stuff, I'll do all this stuff instead. So when you totally embrace gratitude in a state of profound confusion, this is when you open the door to miracles. And it happened to me last night. I came up with an idea and I thought, brilliant, I'm going to do that. And so I'm doing it. It's great. So it's wonderful to have opportunities where you feel confused. It does allow new possibilities in. And anyone who's doing shamanic training, it's a really golden opportunity when you experience confusion, because it means that you are actually aligning yourself with infinite possibility way beyond what the 3D realms can provide for us. Of course, getting into gratitude is a wonderful thing, and I'm about to make a film about gratitude, and it's actually going to be a meditation. It's going to be a meditation, and it's going to be gratitude, and it's going to have something else in as well. And I'm going to make this film when the time is exactly right. It's not quite right yet, but I'm making it really soon. And you will find that when you combine that experience with this, wow, you are going to be taking off to stratospheric levels and way beyond. So really, this is like preparing the way film. So the first thing to do is to let go of any sense of frustration and irritation and why can't I? Embrace what is, go into a state of profound gratitude, which actually has a remarkably powerful effect upon the soul. Doesn't get much deeper than that, does it? No, it doesn't. It's wonderful. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the gift of time without being able to make anything happen in terms of practicalities. And when the rational mind, and it will do, starts to go into, but what about, what about, calming right down, being in the moment and realizing that this is a gift. It's a gift of confusion. Tiny bit of astrology. Anyone who really wants to embrace confusion, what you want to do is to invoke the qualities of the planet Neptune, because Neptune is confusion. And here's the little interesting detail. Neptune is also spirituality. Now, isn't that a surprising thing? Yeah. The deepest spiritual practice, confusion, all part and parcel of the same thing. So bye-bye clarity, hello confusion. And here's, of course, the ultimate paradox. Out of the confusion will, if you are willing to let go, it's actually the door to becoming clear about your next step, which means you can then take action about that next step. So it's all a wonderful dance. Remember, this world is a dance of duality. There is the day and the night, the black and the white, the hot and the cold, the open and the closed. This is the world that we live in. So really, here's another way to put it. Confusion is simply the preparation for the arrival of the next moments of insight, which then produces the next moment of clarity, which then means you take action and you do all this stuff, and then you keep doing stuff until the next confusion hits, and then you chill because you know you're preparing for your next. And this is how we move from more and more abundant states to achieving actually what our true will is, what really touches, moves and inspires us. It's all about trust, and it's all about letting go of the need to control. We've all done too much of that, haven't we? All the love.